What's up, guys? What is up, guys? How is everyone doing on this great Tuesday afternoon? But what's up, guys? I just want to say that thank you. Love you. Hey, John Brickhorn died from Hank Hill. John, the guy who played John Redcorn, he got shot and killed yesterday because of his neighbor in real life. The guy who played John Redcorn, Nancy Hutchinson. She went to the doctor. They had a doctor's appointment. All right, thank you. Well, we're not. Well, that shirt was better on you than it was on me.
It's so hot right now, though. God damn, it's hot.
Yeah. It's like it's hot everywhere.
Yeah.
The spirit. Hello? Krishan. Uh-oh. Hello?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
Misfit is the one. Are you are you are you imitating Ashley on Twitter? I'm live right now, by the way.
Are you asking me if I'm imitating Ashley? Hello?
Look at the screen.
Misfit is the one impersonating me on Twitter. What
No,
the
you're not.
fuck is this psychopath talking about? I told you, Jake, she was going to accuse me of something because I offended her.
Oh.
I don't know. I have no clue what she's talking about. Who's impersonating her?
someone is someone. But the thing is, this was before I found out your real Twitter, Ashley. I tagged the impersonate the fake one instead because I thought that was the real one because I didn't know your real Twitter, Ashley.
I bet you it's her. It's probably her having her own. She's that crazy, Jake. I'm telling you.
Oh no! Don't bring me into this, please. By the way, how was
I'm just trying to.
how was hate report today?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Went very well. Yeah, I mean it wasn't like the most contentious show that we've ever had, but it was good. Me and Hake kind of sparred back and forth a little bit.
Hey, Mint.
Mint diggity.
Mickey McDog.
I've never seen that name before. Who's that, Jake?
It is a friend of mine.
Oh, a lot of friends.
But John Redcorn died.
Yeah, I saw that. Excuse me, this morning. Now I heard it's like some kind of homophobia thing that they're claiming, some kind of hate crime.
His neighbor shot and killed him.
For what?
I don't know. I didn't. Hey, he says, "Hey, amazing." I think he's a JLP fan.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Hey, so by the way, so here's the thing. My first payment from Deadpool's Patreon is coming. I got locked in today. I had to wait 75 days for a payment to be locked in.
Why?
Because it's iOS.
Oh, there's like an extra waiting time on iOS.
Yeah.
Huh. Guess it's protections.
Tom Myers says, "Oh, I forgot to tell you that I was." Dude, Tom, you're still getting blocked because you're not welcome in my stream because you don't do that to me.
What'd he do to you?
Canceled his Patreon pledge.
Well, why did he cancel his Patreon?
He stated a financial.
Oh, I mean, you can't force people to pay you, Jake.
Yeah.
That's how you get returning customers, though. You gotta be magnanimous. Like, hey, thanks for the time, thanks for the money being here. Welcome back whenever you want.
By the way, Chad Zumach is over complaining now about having to not have his monetization.
He's demonetized?
Yeah.
What'd he do? What'd he say?
I don't know. I think it's some of the things that he says in his past.
Yeah, they retroactively demonetize you for old stuff.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Kind of incentivizes people to like take down videos, which is stupid.
By the way, if you guys want to support, I just want to let people know that if they want to, I'm trying to find you're buying me a coffee.
Oh, buy me a coffee at Misfit Nation.
The Misfit Nation.
Yeah. Hey, Boo Thing, says Ghost. I think she's talking to me.
What? Oh, what's up? What's up, FKA Mommy? How you doing?
Who's that?
She's an old friend. She's been a supporter of mine for a couple of years.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah, she's also She's also a moderator for a lawyer.
She's a moderator for a lawyer.
Yeah.
Ah.
Does the name Vince the lawyer mean anything?
Nothing whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Good for her. Is she a lawyer herself?
So I'm talking to you, but she no she but she's been the Karen. She's been on the what is your Patreon? Take it back. I'm sorry, Ghost. Love you, sweetheart. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up.
Wait, what happened? What'd you say?
I'll, she's a good person. She's a very good person.
Yeah, I don't feel like you said anything bad about her. What are you supposed to take back? All right, we'll just move on.
Yeah. Hey. So I want to ask this question: Is do you think so? When are you guys gonna be leaving YouTube?
The 20th of June this month, we will be officially moving over. We'll be
Hey,
saying bye-bye
bye
to
bye.
YouTube.
Hey, will you
Great
be back?
guy. Go
Hey,
ahead.
so will you be so July 28th is my birthday.
Oh, look at you.
I'll be 32.
Nice.
But I don't like I hate my birthday
You know, I feel you. I'm not a big birthday guy either. I don't celebrate it.
because
Yeah.
2 days after my 16th birthday, my mom died. So
Ah, I'm sorry to hear.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know she passed away. I thought she
my,
was alive.
2009, July 30th, 2009, cancer.
Ah, it sucks. Sorry to
Yeah,
hear that, man.
but I don't like talking about it. Whoa, Mint Diggity just I just want to let people know that Mint Diggity just pledged to the Patreon. Thank you, Mint.
Thank you,
Mint
Mint.
Diggity. You
No
know that
diggity, no doubt.
no
Remember that
diggity,
song?
no doubt. Thank you. Yeah, hey, dude, that song is that's a good song. By the way, so don't be mad at Tom. I'm not mad at Tom anymore. I'm just it's just I've had people do that where they'll do it for a couple months, and then they'll cancel on me because it. But I'm trying to do better on my Patreon, and Patreon does get the link before everybody else, and and mm, damn it.
Well, Jake, if I could just jump in here real quick. I just say like because somebody cancels their Patreon doesn't mean they don't like you anymore. It just means like, hey, I might not be able to swing it this month. So, like I said earlier, you
Yeah,
got to be a little more magnanimous. You got to be grateful. Thank you
yeah.
for pledging, and that's how people will come back because they'll go, "Oh, I have it this month. Let me give to Jake." You get what I'm
I
saying?
I, I apologize. I get this little thing. I get angry, and sometimes I'm like getting so angry about things where I'm having to like I get angry and I go nuclear
You
on
take it
people.
you take it personally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I feel you.
here's the thing, Krishan, is everybody tries to say, oh, Jake doesn't care. Jake cares about people. I care about like there's people that don't understand what I've been through in my life. I've been through so much in my life,
Hmm.
and people don't understand that I'm a fighter. It gets to the point where I'm having to like tell people what I think, but Mm.
Well, that's what you need, Jake.
No,
You
acid
need to
reflux. No,
keep fighting.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm right now. I am dealing with acid reflux.
Oh,
That is starting to like to the point. Acid reflux is bad, and I don't have any Tums.
ah, gotta go out
Yeah,
and get
but
some. By the way, did
um,
you get some rest? Because you were pretty much dragging the other day, and I was worried about you.
yes, I did sleep. I
Okay,
did.
good.
I basically let me see.
And let me just make it clear, Jake. If
Um,
I ever reach out to you to stream and you're not feeling it, just tell me. You don't have to
I
force
I
yourself.
I don't want to like you know I don't want to disrespect you. I did
Come on.
want to I know that your work schedule is kind of annoying because you work when I want to stream sometimes.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. But that's why I said it, just like when I'm working and I just tell you, hey, Jake, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Tell me the same thing if you're not feeling it. Your health is more important than my job. You know what I mean?
You know,
So yeah, just kind of that's the thing that I tell you, Jake. You got to stand up for yourself more. You know what I mean? Make your feelings a little more known, and people will
here's
respect that. Trust
Chris.
me. Oh, Peepsy,
Oh
baby.
shit. Welcome to New York City, motherfuckers. What's
New
up,
York City.
Hudson?
I'm okay.
Dude, Jake, I just want to tell you how much I freaking love you, bro.
Ah, look at
What
that.
do you want?
I
What
don't
do you
want
want?
nothing. See that? See, Jake's smarter than people think, guys.
He is.
Because when I be nice to Jake, most people don't know that a New Yorker. This is what a New Yorker is. A New Yorker is butters people up, and
Yes.
a New Yorker gives people their dreams. But in reality, he's really wanting something, and he's trying to go for his dreams.
Yeah.
Ultimate hustlers, you guys
Hey,
are.
Exactly,
hey,
and that's why I know Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is the same way. He's a typical New Yorker. He's gonna tell you everything's gonna be great. Trust him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
until he can't build the wall that he wants.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Ultimately, it's his prerogative. It's what he wants, and he butters people up to get what he wants, and that's what every New Yorker does. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's though what makes him a great politician.
he's not. That's why I like him, because he's not a politician. Because you know what politicians do? They're not open. They're not transparent.
Right.
This Donald, I'm going to give Donald Trump the best credit in the world that he is the most transparent president. He has a press conference every day. He lets people ask him every question they want to ask,
Yeah.
and you can't knock that. That's one thing I want. I want someone to be so transparent. Hey, is there fucking aliens coming? Are you talking to aliens? He's not going to sit there and say, oh, blah, blah. He's going to say, I'm going to look into it, or I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah. By the way, I did.
Well, also the thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jake.
So I wanna say that I did receive. So yesterday I received an email from a guy by the name of Tony Reale.
Okay.
He was the stat boy for PTI, and he was the host of Around the Horn. I want to read this email.
Yeah, I know Tone. Good guy.
Jake, I'm gobsmacked. I saw your note on YouTube, then I came here to see it again. You nailed the soul of me. For me, Around the Horn was joy unmuted form for 23 years, and I wish it was still going. But all things must pass, and it was the friends we made along the way that mattered most, like you. I was just telling someone recently I love my friends, but really love my friends of the Horn. It's the whole thing a part accelerator of friendship. It may even be a bit for a show I'm working on. Ha ha ha. Either way, know great things are cooking for me because I am the cook and I can't wait to share and I will share. Be well. You're in mute, but never never muted. Your friend Tony.
Ah,
Oh, that's cute.
it's nice.
It's something that I've been like I'm just doing this I just want people to notice me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's that's I'm just like sitting there like I watch ESPN. I'm a big Stuart Scott fan. Booyah! That's the reason why I did the booyahs is because of Stuart.
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Because the booyah, you always hear me say booyah, booyah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because of Stuart.
I thought that was a
Stuart
Jakeism.
Come on, this is.
I just
People
wanted
don't-
that sounds pretty good, Jake.
Yeah, it's
Hold
nice.
on.
Now this
I-
guy, he's a celebrity, like he's on the TV.
Tony Reali was the host of Around the Horn. He was also the stat boy for PTI.
I never heard of
For,
anything you said, but it
part Around the Horn.
never. What is it? ESPN? You said?
You've never heard of
Yeah.
Around the Horn?
Nope, never heard of it.
No.
Also, Kornhauser, Wilbon Kornhauser, or on
Now I'm lost.
Hauser? What's his name? What's his name?
Cor-
Hauser, who showed up at AEW, right?
That's Danhausen.
That's Danhausen.
No, not Dan Hausen. The celebrity, guy's celebrity last name is Hauser. Hauser.
Boy, AEW's getting the big
Walter-
gets, huh?
No, that wasn't that Walter something.
Yeah, Walter Hauser. I think he's a little chubbier, and he was a famous actor.
He was also wrestles for MLW.
Oh,
Huh.
I don't know, but so Christian, I saw the Hake Report. I was watching some of it off your Twitter. I never heard of Hake Report until you tweeted it, and it seemed pretty cool.
Chris, you
Yeah,
don't
it's a
watch
nice
my
open
sh-
forum. Like you can be
Hey.
honest on the Hague Report.
Hey Chris, you don't
Yeah.
watch my show? You don't watch my interview show where I had him on the show last year?
No, I didn't get to see that one. I'll check it out.
Come on.
I noticed a couple things, but I'm in the middle of I'm doing some I'm changing out my my rear taillights on my car today to LED and shit.
The Hake Report.
Oh.
La 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 la.
So I'm like I'm in and out, but I saw Jake went live quick, and then I noticed a comment Ashley Cummings saying that Misfit Nation was the one who was impersonating her. What was up with that?
Well, remember, Chris, I actually called this out because I told her that she was gonna accuse me of something because I offended her at some point, and look what's going on.
Damn.
I figured it was
Well,
You
Fuck,
think
fuck.
I'd waste my time
right.
impersonating somebody else on the internet? Please.
So
And if I were to do that, you think I'm gonna pick Ashley Cummings?
right.
Yeah. Sure.
So that's a little crazy, and I'll be honest, Ashley, I hate to tell you this, I don't think the internet is meant for you. I think you should go back to just real life and not be around on the internet. She seems highly mentally unstable, and you need to be cold hearted. You need to have a huge spine and you need to fucking to be online like.
Yeah. I think you're right, Chris.
Like that, like you're gonna have to put up with all that shit. So,
Yeah.
right, Jake?
I'm trying to stay neutral here because
There's nothing to stay neutral. She is not a mental state to be putting herself online to try to get money from people.
Yeah, no offense, Jake, but she did. The reason why I'm responding is because she did accuse me of something.
Right. Like she's
Sorry.
going batshit crazy, accusing everyone of this and going, oh, people are blah, 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 coming at me, all these trolls, blah, blah. Then you shouldn't be online. Don't put yourself online. End of the story.
I literally came back on just to apologize to her for being so aggressive with her.
Yeah.
Like, what else could I have done?
I try to give the people the benefit of the doubt first couple times I meet them and talk to them. And another New York thing is I could read. You have to read people on the street. If you're going to get scammed or hustle, you need to read them right away, see what type of person they are. And I used to do that right away online. And then I learned online, hey, I'm going to give people chances. Some people get defensive. And I let people, build a character with me. But I mean, from what I see already is yeah, you should not be online. Sorry.
Yeah, and you're right, Chris, and that might be because I'm from New York, but I clocked her from the jump.
Yeah, I didn't.
So.
Tried to give her a benefit, but
that's fair. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't
Yeah.
blame you. It is what it is.
Right, Jake? Because that's one thing me and Jake used to do. And Jake used to tell me, he's like, Chris, you need to give people a better chance. I used to freaking, as soon as someone wrote one sentence, I would be like, fuck you, get out of here. And Jake used to tell me, dude, you need to give them a chance, see where they're coming from. Right, Jake?
Yeah, he's not wrong.
In general, Jake, I'm not talking about specific people anymore, but in general, that's what you said, right? You need to give people a little chance.
I think Jake's.
Yep.
Okay. What a goddamn Jake is smart.
Yeah, he's such a sexy guy too.
He's gorgeous. Jake the Hammer Valentine over there.
I'm telling you that once I have the new show name set up, I'm gonna make a sticker. It's gonna be a 2-inch by 1.5-inch sticker, and I'm gonna pay Jake $20 a show to put the sticker on his forehead to promote the show.
Okay.
It's gonna be great. But and then people with the money thing, people online thinking that they're gonna get paid fucking $100 to be on someone's show or whatever to be on someone's show. I mean, there's celebrities who are on TV who aren't getting paid $200 to go on a podcast.
Yeah.
But by the way,
Pretentious.
Donkey Lips paid. That's how much Donkey Lips actually charges people $250.
Fucking insane. I never heard of the dude in my life. Fucking crazy and insane.
Let me tell you something though, Chris, because he's like sort of a 90s Nickelodeon star. He probably would get that from some douchebag nostalgia fiend.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I understand that and shit, but like people think they're huge celebrities, they're gonna get paid all this money to be on a podcast.
Here's the thing.
No, don't get me wrong. To pay $250 to get Donkey Lips on is ridiculous.
Donkey Lips from Salute Your Shorts.
Yes.
He is a legend. He's cool. Yeah, he is a legend.
Michael Ray Bauer.
I pay maybe upwards of 150 just to kind of like say, all right, here's some respect.
By the way, Vince Russo charges $200.
I can't think. I just don't get paying people that much money and these podcasts.
Stutter and John charges $500,
which is crazy. These podcasts are not even making close to that amount of money per show. They're losing, like it's a personal expense.
What's crazy is the one of the few that are is like Joe Rogan, but they'll do that for free.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so ass backwards sometimes.
Well, because
I never here's the thing. Hake never charged me. Adam Bush never charged me. A lot of the people that I booked, I try to book them. I try to book people that don't have a manager, because the managers want their fee. The managers want money. I try to book people that are not part of management companies or not part of shows that the owners are dickheads.
The only reason you would have a manager / agent / accountant is if you're in show business and you're making $1 million a year and shit. Then you pay someone, yeah. And then if you're making $1 million a year, who the fuck cares about $100 to be on a podcast? On the other hand, though, is you could probably be on 10 podcasts one morning just by doing a Zoom call. You could be sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and you can make yourself $2,000, 10 shows, $200 a piece.
Well, to be honest, though, like take again a guy like Donkey Lips. He's probably doing this on his own. He probably doesn't have a manager.
Right.
If he
Yeah,
did, he'd probably be
they-
charging like 1,500 maybe at the on the lower tip.
Jake, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jake.
By the way, I just want to let you know that there's people that Donkey Lip says that he has business issues, that he needs money, but the room that he stays in, the house, it's a shit box. It's a gray shit box. And
Is it better than where you live, or you're better where than he lives?
mine's bigger. My room
All
is
right,
bigger
so
than
Jake's
his.
doing better than Donkey Lips. That's what you're saying.
Well, let's be honest. It's not like Donkey Lips cured cancer or anything.
No.
He was on a fucking like low budget 90s show that
It was a good show.
we watched while we waited for a show that we wanted to watch came on.
Why? What was that
Yeah.
show that came on after that?
I don't know. I'm just saying Salute Your Shorts wasn't like number one on the list.
Would it be
They only
like
had like 2 seasons.
what other shows?
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Was a better. I'm talking live action Nickelodeon shows.
What about that show? The competition show and with the slime and what was that?
Global Guts.
No, I think
The Aggro Crag. You had to climb the Aggro Crag.
Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Double Dare was before. So Double Dare was before. Double Dare was in the 80s. Started up in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like late, mid to late. I think 80s.
That was my favorite. I love the fucking Double Dare.
Now the best
Yeah.
game show was what's the Legends of the Hidden Temple?
In Dimple.
Yes.
That was the shit.
That was fucking cool.
So so one of the things that I loved about like my life and stuff, I got to go to Nickelodeon Studios when I was younger,
Really?
Oh, nice.
and I got to see a lot. I got to go to Nickelodeon and the Disney Park over in Orlando because Dad was picking up a day cab truck.
Nice.
We all
was
been
picking
there.
Dad was picking up a truck from a family member, but
I actually went on my 5th grade field trip, and I was in the crowd for an episode of Slime Time Live.
That's cool.
Read it and weep.
But I want to ask, so the one thing is, do you know who JoJo, that girl?
Siwa?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she now has a boyfriend.
I'm sure she might.
I don't believe in lesbians, so I'm not surprised.
That's what I'm saying. That she is denying now being, and then there's a picture of her and her boyfriend took a photo in bed.
Oh, she was in a lesbian stage?
Yeah, she went through a stage where she was claiming she was, I think, non-binary or something like that, and then she got a little taste of the old schmeckle.
Vagine.
The vagine, yeah. She got the old hymen popped, and that was it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Kershawn. By the way, if you guys want to watch the Misfit Nation every Thursday night over on the Misfit Nation podcast.
Yes, we're going live tonight around 8:30.
Really? Hopefully, maybe I'll be around. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Maybe we'll open the phone lines. People can call in.
By the
Yeah,
way,
I noticed-
By the way, Terry says I was a lesbian too. All the best gals are.
Exactly. Emphasis on the word was. You don't exist.
She has a fiance, by the way.
You know, most lesbians have a guy on the side that they have sex with.
It's called the dildo.
Exactly. The human dildo
The
trick.
human dildo trick. So yeah, I was wondering. So I've been noticing that Hake Report. He had like a 1877 number for a phone line, which was interesting.
What's a 1877?
You know, like a 1-800 number for a phone line.
Oh yeah, yeah. He has the callers.
That's Jesse's number. That they use Jesse.
Because so when I've done phone lines, I've just done a Google Voice number. It's usually like a local number and shit to take phone calls. What do you do, Krishan?
Oh, I just have a Google number right now. But
Right.
I'm working on the whole like getting a phone. But they had like, for instance, Blog Talk Radio had their whole phone line set up.
Yeah,
they went out of business. So
Yep.
I'm trying to find another alternate.
So I did research on having like a 1-800 phone line with screen callers and putting as many on hold as you want. They charge per minute. It's like $1 per minute. It is fucking expensive as shit.
It's very expensive. That's why like Blog Talk was pretty good on their pricing. That's why I was going to go with them, but they literally went out of business as soon as I tried to pay for it and it wouldn't even let me.
Yeah, I know.
They could have took my money though and just ran. So appreciate them for not doing that.
Is you have a green screen on your background or is that real?
Oh, it's real.
So is that a AR-15 behind you?
It's an AR-15 style weapon.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. I love guns. I think they're great.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's the invention that changed the
Jake,
world.
have you ever shot a gun before? Like, did your dad let you shoot a gun, Jake?
Where I was younger.
What kind of gun? Like a handgun or a shotgun?
Revolver?
It was a 22.
Oh, that's cool.
Shots.
Yeah.
22s are fun.
They're fun, yeah, because they don't deafen you either.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
That was
so,
the first gun I shot was a 22, actually.
I want to talk about something that we so our truth. By the way, our truth.
Oh, Jake, I gotta step away for 2 seconds before you bring up our truth because I want to talk about that. Hold on.
All right.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta go in a few minutes. I just hopped on just to see what you guys were up to, just to say hi to you, Jake.
So there's been been a release that a lot of people are pissed about.
Yeah, our Trizzle.
All right, sorry. So sorry about that, guys. Our truth, what's up?
Our Truth got released.
Yep.
And also, Sarah Logan. I think it's Sarah Logan. I think her name was.
Yeah. Yep.
Valhalla.
Yeah, no one cares about. So they were saying TKO was for the releases. Then people are saying it was Triple H. Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
But you have to release people, especially if they get stale. You can't be paying a full roster full of people and only 10% of them are on TV and interesting.
Our Truth was on TV. He just had a match on Saturday Night Main Event with JC.
Yeah, they dropped the ball with our Truth a little, and that, what I heard. Okay, and listen, I'm not as big into wrestling as I used to be. I used to be inside the wrestling industry talking to people like all the back shit. But I have heard that what they're gonna do with our Truth is they're gonna have him. The hell is this? They're gonna have him be in the background at AEW shows, just to be like lost in the background, and they're not even going to mention him. That you're just going to see our Truth in the backstage, just walking around like not knowing where he is for like a month, 2 months.
Yeah, and I remember when our Truth was Ron the Truth Killings. It was when he was one of the first people to win the NWA belt in TNA.
I gotta say, our Truth is he's one of my favorites. And I'll tell you, like his heel run was one of the most underrated heel runs ever. I think he could have went to the fucking moon with that. And it's actually what brought me back to wrestling, because I stopped watching wrestling for like a good 5 years, and then I saw him doing his heel run, and I thought it was just entertaining. He was coming out dressed like a Confederate soldier, and
That
playing up
wasn't
the
his. That
slave
wasn't
thing. It
heel
was like
run. That wasn't his heel run. That was his. That was him acting like. I remember watching him.
that's when he created Little Jimmy.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
Jimmy was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But one of the things that I didn't like about, like, they didn't have nothing for him, and they could have released him in 2020, but they didn't. They kept him around.
Yeah.
The problem is that our truth is probably their most either one of, or if not the most entertaining guy on their show.
Yeah.
Like, if they're trying to save money, there's at least 50 women wrestlers or even lower card wrestlers they could have got rid of that literally mean
Yeah.
nothing, that nobody would even care about.
Yeah.
The fact that they got rid of, like, somebody who on SmackDown, just the SmackDown that just passed, had the most entertaining segment where he was like kind of
Yeah.
roasting the Bloodline.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? I don't understand it. The guy makes everything entertaining. It could be the shittiest. Like, I have nothing for him. Just make up something and send him out there. He'll make it entertaining. That's what he
Yeah.
does. Like, fuck your writing. So
I think it's gonna be hilarious when you see him like just randomly backstage AEW, like lost in the background, and he's gonna be like, "Wait, I don't know where I am. What am I doing here? Who are you?" It's just gonna be hilarious.
it would be hilarious if he could even like mention the names. Like, I'm here at SmackDown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would go with the R-Truth thing. And look, he might actually make AEW worth me watching, because I just can't watch it for some reason.
Yeah. Well, tonight's a 4-hour pay-per-view event live on TBS.
Oof.
Which is way too long to be on TV, but whatever. We'll see what happens.
It's pretty heavy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the thinking in this with R-Truth. I think, and I'm not a person. I'm like how you said, Chris. Like, when they mention their releases, 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This one, I'm like, what the fuck were they thinking? What, are they stupid?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
All right, I got to get back to this shit. Otherwise, I'm going to be here to midnight and shit. So I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Peepsy.
All right, later.
Later. Yeah, Jake, what's your final take on R-Truth? Or you got more to talk about R-Truth?
So what else I wanted to talk about is Valhalla being released. They said that they're not gonna renew her contract.
Again,
And
I could care less.
Also, and by the way, I just want to send a congratulations to Dakota Reynolds. She had her baby today. She had her baby yesterday. She had a baby yesterday. Dakota
Now
Reynolds,
that's Gold Dust and
Dustin and Terry's
kid. Yeah. Interesting. Nice. Good for her. Yeah, Valhalla. I think it's a bunch of garbage. Funny enough, I was watching the War Raiders have their match on Raw. I think it was, yeah, Raw. And I really believe that they're just wasting Ivar in that shit gimmick. Like, they need to, because he has that thing where, like, he looks out at the crowd like that. Should I do it? Should I do the somersault backflip or whatever? And the crowd like gets into it just from him looking at them. Like, he has that Mick Foley thing almost.
Yeah, and one of the things that I also want to say that I do respect is I see so many people reach out to R-Truth and on social media, and one of them was Scarlett, and Scarlett said, Scarlett said,
do you have the quote?
I think she said, but R-Truth was making a joke in one of his tweets and accidentally made Kevin Cross cry because the stuff.
R-Truth made Karrion Kross cry?
Yeah, Killer. I think it's Killer Cross. I know him as Killer Cross.
Yeah.
But because they're all friends over there. They're friends.
Kidding me? I thought they really hated each other.
Listen, they here's the thing. Shotzi and Scarlett has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I like back in the day when wrestlers used to protect kayfabe.
Yeah, but the thing is now it's like everybody knows it's fake.
Yeah, so that's what made wrestling great. You got to make it seem real. So it's like, for instance, when they were talking to Kofi on Raw. I know you don't watch Raw, but they're like, he's a heel, him and Xavier, and they're like telling him like, "Oh, you were honored for a Hall of Fame this week. You did some really great charity." And this, it's like, why are you talking about this right now? He's a heel.
Here's the thing. Now it's like that. When Vince was there, you didn't see a lot of the stuff you see now. You wouldn't see stuff on the canvas,
on the ring mat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince saw the canvas as sacred. That's why he never advertised it out. That right there is integrity, people. Go ahead, Jake.
You also wouldn't see the deal with Netflix. You wouldn't see.
You also wouldn't see like this endless advertisement fucking reel every show where it's like, I swear it's a 2-hour show. 45 minutes of that show is advertisement.
Yeah. I think it was like, you would see the Do-White Mike or something like that.
It's also Triple H's booking sucks.
I heard someone say that.
I've been saying that for like a good 2 years now.
The people who, so you wouldn't see like you wouldn't see like YouTubers going in and bringing cameras, because you saw Twitch. Tyson did it at one of the pay-per-views.
Yeah. Well, like, all right, what's that new chick's name? Stephanie Valquera or something like that?
Stephanie Valquera,
yeah. So they have her come in. She makes her debut on Raw, right?
Yeah.
And this is Triple H's booking. Oh, nobody knows her, so we're just going to make her win everything. They're going to do the same thing they did with Lyra, and it's going to completely fail. She comes in and she automatically wins the Money in the Bank qualifier, which she's probably going to win the briefcase. She's going to cash in, win the title, and then nobody's going to give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. I love now, we're both. Here's the thing. I want to say this. Before there was me and Chris talking about this, there was two people, the original two people that were doing this on YouTube back in the day was Don Tony and the late Kevin Castle.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
They were out there every day talking about this. You had the sports writers. You had Mike Johnson. You had Meltzer. You had Wade Keller. You had that's the one name that I get confused on, is Wade Keller.
Yes, I always forget him.
Because I always remember Brian Alvarez. Brian Alvarez is a backyard wrestler, by the way.
Is he?
He was.
Ah. I never knew where he came from.
He's like Joe. By the way, Joey. By the way, so I want to. There's a Canadian YouTuber called Ricky Burritz. Ricky Burritz. Yeah, he's a guy. He's a YouTuber that's in a wheelchair.
Ricky B. Yeah.
He's so he had a friendship. He had a partnership. He had a rivalry with Joey Janela, and so they had a match about with Jake Snake was special guest referee and enforcer. And it was
Ah.
yeah, but I want to say this.
You know, I used to be I used to have a one of Joey Janela's guys on my show regularly.
Who
Nasty Leroy. Do you know Nasty Leroy?
I don't. I'll tell you, be honest with you. I don't watch a lot of AEW anymore because number one, I don't want to. I don't pay for cable. And number two, I think that Tony Khan is is a young Ted Turner.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's more of a young Eric Bischoff.
No, he's a young Ted Turner.
Well, it's like Eric Bischoff that had the money. Like, cause Tony Khan, he books his show. It's like it's almost like I watch it and I'm reminded of like late WCW. He loses interest in his own talent. You know what I mean? He'll get like a new talent, and I guess he hasn't been doing this lately, right? He hasn't gotten any like crazy new guys who's like, this guy's the future of AEW, and then a week later he forgets about him.
But I also want to say this: we're on this show. We are, you know. By the way, have you seen the new trailer for the King of the Hill show?
Yeah, we talked about it. Remember? You
Oh,
were tired though. I think you forgot. That's the stream. You were like super.
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah. Go back and watch that. But
Yep.
I want to say that I do appreciate people that This is so. What I'm gonna do is when I tweet this video out, I'm gonna say we talked about R-Truth. I'm gonna tag R-Truth in this video
There you go.
because I want R-Truth, and we're not talking bad about him. We're fans of R-Truth. I think R-Truth could have gotten, he could have got his world title. Here's the thing: he's a former TNA world champion.
Yeah, I mean, look,
sorry, not TNA.
Go ahead.
He's a former NWA world champion. He's a former NWA tag team champion. He's a former TNA tag team champion with the great Adam Patman Jones, or from Tennessee.
And let's be honest, he should have had a run at the WWE title or at least the world championship. I think he would have done wonders with it.
Yeah.
I always thought what would have been great is to have a R-Truth like where he finally like kind of comes to his senses. You know what I mean? And he runs like a faction or something, and they're fucking dominant. It's like the Black Horsemen.
Yeah. But the thing is now it's like everybody that here's the thing, he was put in storylines where he was a goof.
Doesn't matter. He has actual street credibility, so that's where you just have to have him like have a few like weeks of just being dominant. I don't mean like dominant in like, I mean vicious, like on a street kind of level.
All right, I'm gonna end because
yeah, I actually got to get out of here.
All right, love you, brother.
Well, I'll end it with you. I love you too, Jake. You know that.
All right, thank you. All right, talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.